All right, welcome back. You got that information? Great. Now, today, along with learning where we go for safety measures, we're going to learn about how to stay safe in our classroom, and of course, that brings me back to rules. Now, every classroom needs a set of classroom rules, but instead of saying like, rules, you must follow these rules, I'd rather be more like, all right, these are the tools that we're going to use to create a cohesive classroom community, meaning we're all working together, we're succeeding together, we're in it together, and we've got this. So, I'm actually going to turn it around and let you guys lead this by using technology. Yay! All right, so we've already talked about the main type of technology that we're going to use in our lab this year are our desktops. So I have a really cool program called Padlet that is kind of like sticky notes. This is what it reminds me of. So as a teacher, I ask you questions or I give you a think point and you stop and jot on your thinking note. You stop and jot on your sticky note. So most of you are used to this by now. If you're not, we can talk about that a little bit further. But Padlet reminds me of sticky notes in the sense that you can stop and jot on your own, and instead of going and sticking them to a wall or sticking them somewhere or handing them to your teacher, it automatically pops up on the screen. People can see what you're writing and what you're putting in, and it's shared with everybody immediately. To me, this is better than a sticky note because a sticky note, one person can read at a time. A sticky note is small. Padlet can be on any screen that has access to that Padlet. Now today I am going to show you how to use Padlet, how to get to it, and how to take advantage of this type of technology to create our rules. That's coming in a minute. Let's think about rules real quick. All right, so I want us to be positive all year long. I want everything to be happy and wonderful. Now, I know that's not realistic. It's not always going to happen. But today, we're going to set the stage. We're going to set the expectation that we can always be positive and always be happy. So when we are creating and talking about rules, what I want you to do is not use the word don't or don't use the words no. I want you to use positive ways of expressing your thoughts. So if your thought is don't run in the hallways, the positive way of stating that could be, let's think about what's the opposite of run? Walk. Okay, walking is a good thing. So instead of saying don't run or no running, let's say always walk in school or always walk in the hallways. Now, in Tech Lab, we're not in the hallways, so that shouldn't be something you suggest. You should suggest things that apply to our Tech Lab. So maybe it's instead of don't break the equipment, maybe it's take care of our equipment. Do you see the difference? Don't and no leads us to thinking, oh, this is bad. And a positive way of stating it, take care of our equipment, is something we can remember. And it's something that just gives us that good, happy feeling like, you know what, I can do that. I can take care of equipment. So as you're thinking about rules today, I want you to think about them in a positive way. That's number one. Number two, we've got a really cool way of doing this since we're going to be doing this on Padlet, but I don't want you to go on and add a million things to Padlet, and I talk about that more in our Padlet video. I'm going to limit you to 1 or 2 suggestions. So come up with some good suggestions in your head, 1 or 2. You're not saying anything out loud right now. You're going to share all of this information with me digitally via your desktop computers. I'll also call those PCs. PC, personal computer, desktop, or PC. You'll hear me use that term interchangeably. So you're going to go to your PCs. You're going to put this information in just a minute. Another clip for you to watch, and then we will head over. All right. Thanks, guys.